Hey guys, welcome to an episode of the 60XP. I'm Sixx alongside
Cero. Yo, what's going on?
We're finally back for another fun, exciting. Who am I kidding? We're never fun, we're never excited, but this time we are.
Yeah, we actually have something to talk about. That's right. We just came back from Rockville. It was an okay experience. It was okay.
Oh, and okay. I'm guessing you kind of had a bad time, maybe.
Yeah, well, 2 of that 4 days was fine. The other 2 days sucked.
Well, I will agree with you. I will agree. We're gonna be talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly of that whole ordeal, that whole event, Rockville experience.
A lot bad.
Well, a lot of bad, but it was out of our hands, I guess. You could say that. If you guys don't know, Rockville's held down at Daytona Beach, Florida, in Daytona International Speedway, where a lot of bands were gonna play for 4 days. Out of those 4 days, only 2 days we were able to play it.
Yeah, it stormed on there, so they canceled 2 of the big shows for Friday and Saturday, which is funny enough. Friday is the day that I was looking forward to, and I think Saturday was one you're looking forward to, right, Sixx?
I guess so. Yeah, I guess yeah. Saturday was gonna be cool. But let's start this whole little story how it all began, folks. Rockville gets announced. We get excited. We see the lineup. It was a good. I guess the headliners were good. You know.
Yeah, we've been organizing it for what, 4 or 5 months prior to everything going on. We've been talking about it, getting the hotel, getting the airplane set up and all that stuff. Because I think after we got the hotel, or we were at a little beach resort, I think like a couple weeks later, it was like hard to find any places to.
Well, we got all that. We got the hotel, we got the concert tickets, we got car rental.
Car rental, yeah.
All that stuff set up, and then comes some of the stupidest thing that's bound to happen if you're flying out now. You know, flight delays. So our flight starts getting changed, but that's all right. We don't mind that because we're still gonna get in a good time.
Yeah.
Over there, you know. So we were like, they delayed the flights a little bit. It's fine. We get a little bit more of sleep, I guess.
Yeah, I think it changed like 3 or 4 times before we even flew out over there. Because I think the beginning one, us going to Florida, changed a little bit, but the one going back was the one that got us. They had changed like 3 or 4 times.
Oh yeah, I'm just glad they didn't change it more because at least we got at a reasonable time, which allowed me to drive back.
Oh yeah, I heard I had a friend that they had it that they were flying with what's the plane?
Frontier?
Not Frontier. The one that we were on.
Spirit,
yeah. And they changed theirs from 6 p.m. till 1 in the morning. So yeah,
that sucks. Yeah.
But
going back to the beginning, man.
We were super excited.
We were, and just traveling with a couple of backpacks, nothing else, you know.
Yeah.
What were you thinking as you were saying like, oh, finally we're gonna go over to this festival? What was going through your mind? I know you had a lot of bands that you wanted to see. That's part of the ugly and the bad.
Yeah, I'll hold off on that for a little bit. Man, you know me. Like I've been into rock for a while, and with you and I, we like some same rock, but you're kind of like a generation before me. You like the '80s, while I like the '90s and 2000s. And we both like each other's on that, but you prefer the '80s. But it was a good mixture. Like prior to all that happening, it was a good mixture of '80s band, '90s rock band, 2000s. Like they had everything in there, which makes sense because it was it opened up at 12:30 p.m. to like midnight. So it was like 11 and a half hours of rock music, and they had 4 stages on there. So they had maybe 18 to 20 rock bands each day. Of course, some of them are smaller ones and not well known, which is usually the early ones. But I think they had quite a few each day. So I was super excited on that. I'd never been to anything like that. I only been to single concerts for a couple hours. So I was actually pretty excited going into that.
I was pumped up, and then all of a sudden Sunday, the Sunday event, it was more like a 90s fest because the headliners were the Foo Fighters, and you had the Smashing Pumpkins playing before them, right?
Yeah.
And then we all know that happened with Taylor Hawkins passing away. Foo Fighters pull out of the whole tours they had, including Rockville. And that's when everybody was wondering, who are they going to put in there to play now that the Foo Fighters won?
Yeah.
So, I couldn't think really who they were going to put. I was just wishful thinking maybe, but they put Zero's favorite band, 9 Inch Nails.
That's a lie. That is a lie. I would much rather watch Foo Fighters than 9 Inch Nails.
That kind of took the wind out of the sail for me, for at least for Sunday.
We should have saw a sign on that. That was a sign for us that it wasn't going to be. I guess my worry was that my expectation of it was really high, which we'll go back
on life.
We'll go over that in the bad, but and we'll go over that more. But I was so disappointed on one day that I just drank basically a whole bottle of whiskey because I was so upset.
That's so sad for him. But let's get to the story of that. So we arrived, right? We arrived 2 days early. First day that we're there, we get to the place. What did we do on the day before the fest? We went to the Daytona Beach, right?
Well, let's go with the resort first that we first went into. That's a adventure on its own.
I'll let you tell that story. You're the one that
because we all each had our own little jobs. Sixx was to get the plane tickets, and I was to get the hotel, or which I saw a beach resort. So we were going a couple days early. So I was like, you know what? Let's stay by the beach and go on there. And we're looking for our price range because some of them are pretty expensive. But I saw one and there's good reviews on it. I forgot what it was, Chateau.
Chateau del Mar.
Yeah, there you go. Beach resort. And I got good reviews on that. But when we first got in there, I swear, it looked like Godzilla came and just destroyed half the beach resort. And it was set up like it was I guess apartments, but it was close to the beach. They call it resorts. And so there was 4 floors of maybe 10 units or 10 I guess rental areas on each floor. But we got there, the railing that you walk on the walkway on the 3rd and 4th and 2nd floor, on half of it was gone. You can see basically inside the other units on half. It looked like it was destroyed.
Look, in reality, the whole place was in construction.
Yeah.
So if you were thinking about getting up late, already at 7 a.m. they were drilling and all that stuff. But we didn't let that stop us. We went out. We went to Daytona Beach, right? To the pier walk, right?
On the first day?
No, that was on the second day, right?
Yeah, the first day we didn't do much. I think we ate and then we just got everything ready. No, we went grocery shopping. We did go to Walmart and pick up some stuff.
That's true, because we were smart. We were buying alcohol crazy.
And funny enough,
we got water.
Yeah, we were going in there to get water, and right before we went to check out, I'm like, oh yeah, we forgot to get water. We got everything else except water. We had the beer, we had the snacks, we had the food, we had the Doritos, we had suntan lotion. So I was pretty proud of that. But we forgot the water. We almost forgot the water, so luckily we got that.
Yeah, so that was on the first day. On the second day, somebody had the idea hey, let's just go out. Let's look at the place around. And as we're walking by the beach pier, I see in a hotel they were renting bicycles. Yeah. So this guy had a great idea to go, let's go rent the bicycles. Let's ride the bicycles around. We'll get around quicker, right? So we rent them for about an hour. Man, everything was smooth until the time we had to go back from our rides and take the bikes back.
Well, first of all, you wanted to be a rebel because there's a sign on there that says, "Please do not ride your bikes on the sidewalk." Sixx doesn't care. He goes, "I'm riding on the sidewalk." He doesn't care. So we rode to Daytona Beach.
Hey, more people are riding on the sidewalk, and it's safer, folks. So
I didn't see nobody rode the bike. I saw people walking. I don't remember seeing anybody riding bikes. But okay.
I saw people riding bikes on the pier where you're not supposed to ride them either.
Oh yeah. But I'm just saying I don't want to get stopped by cops over there before we even go to the concerts.
Cero needs to leave a little. He's just too scared, even riding a bike. Well, but some idiot was riding bikes on the beach, right on the sand. So by the time we're gonna get back and we're gonna return the bikes, everybody, you know how everybody normally gets out of a bike, they stop, they put one leg over and get out. Well, no, some dumbass, folks. I tell you, I saw him fall flat out on the sand. It was hilarious. I feel bad for the stupid son of a bitch, but it was fun as hell. He was going quick.
Go ahead.
He was going quick. Then all of a sudden, I don't know why he did that stupid thing. He decided to jump off, like push it forward and jump to behind it. The only thing I saw was that poor idiot falling off the bike, going first down on his knee, peeling his right knee completely and messing up his left knee. And I could hear the people telling him, "Oh my God, sir, are you okay? Are you okay?" The guy wouldn't even look at the people helping him. He's like, "I'm fine. I don't need no help. I'm fine. I'm fine." Yeah, I feel bad for that poor soul.
You sure know a lot of details about something that.
I was there. I saw it. I was there. I lived that moment.
Yeah, I know you lived. I know you lived that moment. You were just like right there.
Literally right there with the sand.
Yeah, man. I wish I could get that on video. When when I turned around and saw, well, I didn't see Sixx fall. I saw him on the ground. I just saw some old lady go, "Are you okay?" You didn't say anything. You just got back. You just got up and like.
I'm not letting no sand stop me. God, but it hurt like a bitch.
Yeah, I don't know why you did that. I don't know why you would jump off like that.
I just love doing that when I'm riding the stupid bikes. I don't know why. Anyway, but we went back. We got the bikes.
You are Daredevil. You are Daredevil, so I guess you do that.
We gave the bikes back to the lady, and it's funny how she asked me, "So everything was fine, everything was good. You guys had fun?" Sure did. My knee probably didn't, but they sure did.
And you were too scared to tell her because you didn't want her to go out there because I think one of the medals of the bike bent got bended.
No, so that's not true. That never happened. That's not true.
You fell so hard you bent like one of the I think it was towards the tire. It was one of those metal pieces to the tire. I remember you were just bending it back. Nothing happened here.
I don't know what Cero's talking about. None of that happened.
I hope she's not watching this podcast.
Really like bad. I said, Cero's lying. So yeah, we went back to the hotel. As far as I remember, all we did was eat like 3 little piggies. Another friend of ours was there.
We ate a lot during that time.
Man, finally, next day of the fest. First day, Thursday, headlining, Keys. Who else was there?
Papa Roach. I think Papa Roach and Five Finger Death Punch was there. It was good. It was good.
It was a good Thursday. Man, when I tell you, I was excited to see Five Finger Death Punch. They delivered. For me, they delivered.
They did good. I didn't see it. I guess it was quick back. He was apologizing. And I guess supposedly he said he fainted or he I guess he rocked out so hard that he lost consciousness for a couple seconds.
Who fainted?
The singer.
I never saw him faint.
Yeah, I didn't either. But he at the end of it, I know you left because you wanted to get close to the kiss. Because like between each of the I guess highlights of the big shows, you had like 5 or 10 minutes that if one ended, the other would start. So some people they would leave 15, 20 minutes earlier and miss a couple of the songs, which that's what Sixx did. He left a little early for Five Finger Death Punch so he get closer up to Kiss. But he at the end of it, I never saw it, but he apologized, says, "Hey, I'm sorry, it never happened to me. I never lost consciousness like that before." But I don't remember him doing that, but that's what he stated on there. I mean,
I do know he injured his eye with one of the lasers.
Mm-hmm.
Like he went to the back, he was doing something, and when he came back, he tripped on one of the lasers. He lost vision on one of his eyes, so he has to have surgery now to correct it because he said he can't see nothing throughout that eye.
But that's when you know, like that's the start of it. That's like it's gonna be a good couple of days. Man, people are already getting hurt, injured. They're already rocking out. Thursday was good. Thursday was good. What I tell you, I think I said Papa Roach. I was there. I'm like, oh yeah, man. I felt my heartbeat. I felt my chest vibrating, and it's like, man, I think that's a heart attack. I'm like, I don't care, whatever it is, it was good. So,
do you know how it was good? How it started good? As soon as we got there, the first band we saw was Black Label Society. Man. Wild. He tore that shit up. Everybody was going wild.
Oh, they mosh pit throughout the whole like.
Oh man, the mosh pit was right in front of us.
We were right there.
It was fun. And you saw that father with that little kid.
Yeah, well, I was about to say, you go ahead.
No, you were the one that told me. So
no, well, I just saw it because I guess he was showing his son, hey, it's a mosh pit, all that stuff. But he had him like right up to it. I was like, oh man, don't push your kid to the mosh pit. I thought he was like, go learn, son. You got this. But I was like, holy. But it was that was good.
The little kid had fun. Come on, we
that little kid had a ball.
We take care of each other.
Oh, yeah.
I love the fact that when somebody falls down on the mosh, everybody stops. They pick them up, and it keeps going.
Nobody might stop. They slow down. They don't pick him or anything. They pick him up and start doing it. But yeah, it was nonstop. And that was also when we saw crowd surfing, which I saw before, but
oh my god, we saw Santa Claus, folks. I wish you could have seen
it. We saw Santa Claus crowd surfing and then fell off the crowd surfing.
I'll give you that. That old man was there the whole 4 days because I kept seeing him crowd surf.
Well, maybe he was at the beginning of this, yeah.
And I wish I had that old man's energy because right now, folks, I feel like an old creep mommy sometimes. Like I'm 100 years old. But man, that old man, I tell you, he had the energy.
He was the energy. He was the highlight of the crowd over there.
I think it was Papa Roach that said, oh my God, we got Santa Claus crowd surfing. And I'm like, oh God, there goes the old man again. Yeah. And I wasn't even near it. But as soon as he said Santa Claus, I'm like, the old man is crowd surfing again.
Yeah, oh man, it was awesome. Yeah, like I said, Thursday was a good start on that. And I know Kiss is one of your favorite bands, and I was able to listen to Papa Roach, is one of my favorites, so it started out really good. And of course, Five Finger Death Punch, you can't go wrong with Five Finger Death Punch.
Man, but Kiss again, their show, Deliver, was a good way to close the night.
The only bad thing I will say about Thursday was the parking. It took us about an hour and a half to park that day.
Oh yeah. So it's a little messy. But once we got out of it, it was a quick entrance,
Yeah. Well, we'll go back. We'll go over more what happened later on, but how we made it quick, made the parking quicker. But yeah, but Thursday, like my expectation on that was so high that Thursday was so good that it met my expectation. And like I said earlier, Saturday was my day. So Friday was my day, so I was like, "Oh my God, Thursday is like this. I can't wait till Friday." And then that's when we go ahead and start talking about the bad. I'll let you.
Friday, yeah, like it was Zero's day, and I tell you, how many bands we saw Friday?
One.
Who was it? Shinedown?
Seether.
It was Seether.
Are
you sure it was Seether?
Saturday was Shinedown for you. I didn't go Saturday.
Oh yeah. Man, we saw Shinedown, and it was awesome for those whole 3 songs that we could hear. No, that was actually Shinedown, who I heard for 3 songs. Seether's at least I heard a little bit more, and then
Seether. Seether, I heard the whole thing on that, but there's a lot of bands on there. You see my hat right here, Skillet. They were supposed to be there. They got canceled.
They didn't even show up, Zero. Let's call it how it is.
Yeah, that's what they say. I still don't believe everybody yet.
They didn't even show up to Rockville. I can't believe that BS, but you know,
it doesn't matter. They weren't gonna play anyway. So Friday, yeah, I think starting it was Skillet, Red, Breaking Benjamin, Corn.
Corn was the headliner.
Corn was a headliner, yeah. So I mean, it was gonna be a good few hours for me. From like 5 till midnight, I was set on there. But right when we got there, we were going in. They closed because they saw lightning.
As soon as we got to the parking lot, folks.
Yeah. And we got into the line, and then everybody, we saw like everybody leaving the line, and I'm like, they're not letting anybody in. And I think everybody else at the concert, they were putting them underneath the pavilion, or not pavilion, but like underneath the stairs, because it was at the racetrack. So they were putting them underneath the stands, I guess for safety precautions on that. So yeah, at that time we didn't see anything. And then after that, like what was it, like an hour maybe? They reopened, but their schedule was all messed up. They didn't send us any new schedules. And when they did send us new schedules, when you're at the race thing, they, at least for AT&T, they shut down the service. So you couldn't get any messages, any internet, nothing. So even if they changed the schedule on that, you wouldn't know, which made me bad because Red was one of the bands I really wanted to listen to, and they were playing. They moved them over and they played when I was listening to Cedar. So,
and here's the fun part. Here's where Ciro got pissed, because that day Breaking Benjamin was playing too, right? I think or Breaking Benjamin was Saturday, something like that.
No, Breaking Benjamin was Friday.
Friday. So the lead vocalist of Breaking Benjamin sang a song with Red, and the guitarist of Korn played a song with Red too.
Yeah,
which we didn't see it because we're watching what again?
Cedar.
And I saw Red playing, but I didn't pay attention.
I heard their last song, and I remember because I was at Cedar and I was pretty close to the front, but I had a feeling like, Chris, get out of the stand, get out of there. There's something better. So I'm like, no, I'm too close to the front. I'm not leaving this place. I should have listened to my head. I should have known. But when that happened, I turned. I'm like, yep, that's I listened to their last song. I got upset, and then after that, it started pouring rain. They canceled, and then they just basically they were saying that we covered, and then after that they said, okay, go ahead, and we'll just cancel for the day.
Man, the fun part about this is through this whole ordeal, while everybody was in the parking lot, Ciro got drunk as a motherfucker. He was a bad influence. He got one of our friends completely drunk, out of his mind, and throughout this, I live with him in line, waiting to go back in, thinking they're gonna reopen. And we lost somebody through the whole ordeal.
There wouldn't be an event without it.
Indeed, even though we went back in, the same way we went in, we went back out. We even cut in line. Me and Reigns, like Reigns tells me, we're not gonna do that line. The line will go across the racetrack, and I'm looking, dude, I'm not doing that line. And he's like, we're not gonna do the line. So he says like, just follow me. Come on, follow me. And we're walking and we're talking. We're walking and we're talking. And he slowly keeps, going more and more to the side into the line. And he's like, right here. And we're just standing there talking, and we cut like all the line. We're just right there on the rails to go back in. And it's like, nobody's gonna say anything to us. We're two fat motherfuckers. Who the hell is gonna say anything to us? And no. He was right. Nobody said anything. They just look at us. And
I'm glad you were able to cut in line to get in front of everybody, and then like 30 minutes later, kicked out again. But
yeah, that was fun. But that was Friday.
But in my defense, I'll give you your friend drunk. Throughout the whole day, he's like, drink. And I don't drink beer. I'm not a beer drinker. I usually stick with hard liquor on that stuff. So I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm good. It's my day. I don't want to get too drunk that I'm gonna forget it. I really want this day to be good. But once all that went out the window, I'm like, okay, give me that whiskey. He brought a whiskey bottle, and what we're doing shots of Ciro's Sadness.
That's when that's the fun stuff. When that Ciro comes out, that's the fun part.
Yeah, everybody was doing shots, and I was just taking chugs of the whiskey. It was, and then I guess Pablo it took a little. It got him pretty good, so he was out for the rest of the night.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Unfortunately, even though he didn't really miss nothing. Cedar, and then we got kicked out again.
So then we move on to Saturday, which we were excited. My favorite band was gonna play. Guns N' Roses would have been the 4th, 5th time I see them.
Yeah, I was still salty. I said I'm not going. I was just
Yeah.
I'm not even going.
And with reason, it was already raining that day, right?
We were looking at the weather, and it looked like it was gonna cancel. We may be able to see a couple. We may be able to see a band or two, but it looked like it was gonna cancel for the rest of the day.
So, like Ciro said, we were looking at the weather, and I think that day they were trying to rush the bands, and who cared, because Megadeth, Dave Mustaine posted a picture that he was going on a plane home. He didn't even make it to the fest. That motherfucker was flying home. Like, some people didn't know. I'm like, well, we're not seeing Megadeth because Mustaine ain't coming. He's going home. And then, there was still more rain, lightning. And lo and behold, they tried to play. When we finally got in, Ciro stayed at the hotel. And when me and the other boys finally got in, Shinedown was playing. Shinedown basically was just starting their set. And they were going about to start their third song when we decided to head to the Guns N' Roses stage, because people were going over there. And I'm looking at the weather radar and I'm seeing oh damn, there's another lightning storm coming right up, maybe 20 minutes. If this happens, we're going kaput. So Guns was supposed to go around like at 10 or something like that.
Yeah.
They tried to rush them a little bit before that. They had the stage set, the microphone of Axel was being put. The boys were getting excited. I was getting excited.
That's why I texted you. When they were over there, I went to a bar just to relax a little bit, and I got the message saying due to lightning storm, we're gonna cancel all that. So I text Sixx, hey, I'm sorry, man. It's like, what do you mean? I'm like, oh, you didn't get the message yet?
Yeah, nobody in there got the message, because they're not gonna give us a message. Like, people are already pissed, throwing stuff at the stage. 2 days in a row that everything's gonna get canceled, but everybody that's in there doesn't know it's canceled yet. They just put the sign on the big screen saying, due to inclement weather, everybody has to exit, take refuge real quick, and we'll be back as soon as this passes. They have not said they cancel. I didn't know they cancel. First, you sent me a message that barely got through, and then when I went to the lockers, the lady that was on the lockers was asking for the padlocks.
Yeah.
And I look at her, I'm like, and I tell Reigns, she's asking for the padlocks, that means this shit's been canceled. Because you're not gonna be asking for the padlocks right now and telling everybody to leave, whoever has a 1-day pass. So I'm like, they just canceled this shit. I got a message from Ciro saying that the shit's been canceled, even though nobody in there has it. Man, I'm pretty sure a lot of stuff happened when we were trying to get out. I remember when we were leaving the Guns stage, people were throwing stuff at the stage. People were pissed, raising their arms.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here before it gets worse, because then we'll be stuck in the parking too. Yeah. So Saturday was a bust, but thankfully Sunday, at least Sunday, I can say that it actually saved it again. Unfortunately, we lost one of our buddies because he had only 2-day passes.
So 2 days that was canceled.
The 2 days that was canceled, that is actually heartbreaking if you ask me. But Sunday got saved again. I got to see Hellstorm, Pretty Reckless, Smashing Pumpkins. Since I'm a little bit old, I just didn't have the energy to stay and watch 9 Inch Nails, and I bail out. Who you saw on Sunday that you like?
The same thing that you got, except for Hellstorm. There was Lacey Sturm, the one, the singer from Flyleaf. So I was there. So she was good.
I got to see the Hungarian band.
Oh yeah, that was popular. A lot of people did. They put them on I think the second smallest stage, but it was crowded. Yeah, they should have put them on a bigger stage.
Who else? Oh, and this band that I was surprised. I was gonna skip it, but then my friend that was there, he's like, "Hey, dude, check it out."
Oh yeah,
Struts are playing. I'm like, "Who are they?" And he's like, "Just think of Queen." I'm like, "For real?" And then they started playing, man.
Oh,
That guy from the Struts, like he's a commanding frontman, like, and he had the people like clapping, jumping. You know, he had them on the palm of his hand, and they're from England, you know, and I'm listening to them now. Like, I did like the show he put up there. Like that was so damn good. There was another band that I saw. I'm trying to remember their name, but I just can't remember it right
well, think
now.
about it. I do want before we end this episode, I do want to bring up that our story of how we got these shirts.
Oh, so the Rockville shirts.
Yes, the Rockville shirts. We all got them. So some guy came to the street to say, "Hey, we got some shirts for you. Do you want them?" I'm like, "Oh, well, how much is it? $10." And I think at the concerts, like inside, they're $35. Right?
To 40.
Yeah, so I'm like, $10 a piece. Heck yeah. But I kid you not, when we bought the shirt, we gave them $30. We got the 3 shirts. I turned and put the shirts there, and when I turned back, he was gone. And
I swear to God, it was the devil on crack.
I think when because I think I asked you, said I don't know where he went, but I think Reigns, when we asked Reigns, he was I think he's somewhere at the highway now. Like, how did he get there so quick? Is it transmission or something like that? But then
the guy getting out of the car next to us, he tells me like, "Hey, dude, if I was you, I wouldn't touch it too much right now. I'd put it on because that guy just pulled it out of his butt." I'm like, what? So we got butt crack shirts, folks.
That's what we call it, butt crack shirts. Hey, that's okay. That's what washing machine's for. I made sure when I got home, I threw in the washer, and I made sure it was the only thing I washed because there's also some things that they said that there are some shirts on it that was ruining other clothes at Rockville. So I made sure it was by itself on there. But it looks good. I like it. And it has
smells a little buddy, but it's
good. That's fine. It has all the bands on the back of it. So
dude, you gotta scratch some of those bands up.
They weren't there, but the ones that were supposed to be there were on that. So yeah, it was good. The days that we were there, the only thing that makes me even more mad, there's 2 things that make me more mad. One, just because those 2 days were so good, man, Friday, Saturday would have been awesome if everything worked out well. It would have just been awesome.
Do you have no idea how much people show up even with the thunderstorm lining to see
bands? Second, I have no idea why they did it at Daytona Beach. Why would you have rock bands that's playing from noon to midnight, but the curfew in that place is midnight? So after that, everything closes. There's no bar that opens that's open past midnight. There's nothing open past midnight. Everything closes. So you can't even do anything. So after that, for something to have 4 days of like rock concerts, you would want to go to a bar or something on that. But no, they had the curfew at midnight, so I don't know why they would have that at Daytona Beach.
Oh no, they usually do it there. Some people said they used to do it at Jacksonville too, and they went it back at Jacksonville. But to me, it's just the same. You get thunderstorms also in Jacksonville, so I don't know. And
that's fine. It's Florida. My thing is just the curfew. Like, I mean, especially that it rained out. You don't want to just go to the our beach resort hotel room and just chill there. You want to go out and do something, right? I remember you guys left because I was like, "Nah, I'm good," and you guys left and you came back like 10 minutes later. Like, oh yeah, there's a curfew.
I'll tell a story about that on another episode of how it was, but sleeping with the boys. But
yeah, there's still more that we went to on that, but we didn't want to make this episode too long on here, so we will bring up other situation. I think that one will be more on Sixx reasons why Sixx won't share a hotel room with me anymore.
Pretty much. But anyway, we're gonna be posting this episode. By the time it comes out, you'll see some clips of the videos of the bands that we took, and some other stuff that was happening around there. Hopefully you guys will be able to enjoy that. Even the butt crack shirts.
Yes, butt crack shirts. They fit good though. A little smelly, but it's fine.
I gotta ask you before we finish the episode. Would you go to another festival on the outdoor open? Or should I say maybe that it's not in Florida?
Yes, that'll go.
All right, we'll see about that because we got another festival coming up, folks, in October. Aftershock in Sacramento, California. Slipknot will be playing. Hell yeah.
I'm down with that. Like I said, yeah, we'll talk more about that. You know, when we get ready on that. But yeah, like I said, those 2 days was phenomenal, and just my expectation was so high that it just made me mad with the last 2 days.
But on that note, folks, I hope you enjoyed today's show about us telling a little bit of how Rockville went for us during that weekend. And we hope to catch you back again on another episode of the 60XP. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook at 60XP, also on YouTube. And anything else you want to add, Cero, before we leave?
Nope. You did perfectly. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. That's why I carry it sometimes.
Yes.
It's so heavy to carry the load, just like Grogu carries the whole Star Wars saga. In that note, folks,